Wilderness is not a luxury, but a necessity of the human spirit, and as vital to our lives as water and good bread. Wilderness. The word itself is music. We need the possibility of escape, as surely as we need hope. Like a desert mirage, it rises straight out of the barren, immense flatness of Oregon's high desert. A battleship, taming the sailing sea of sagebrush. I've always been entranced by its immensity. Its suddenness, its majesty. Author Wilson Wewa relates in his book, Legends of the Northern Paiute. Fort Rock was a giant mortar where the swallowing monster used his spear as an immense pestle to grind his inhabitants up before eating them. As the heroes were fighting, the monster went into the bowl and stabbed his spear in the ground, creating nearby a crack in the ground. These traditions were first told around the fires of Paiute camps and villages during the storytelling season of winter in the Great Basin, passed down to Wewa by tribal elders. Oh, what stories to be told. Live each season as it passes. Breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and redesign yourself to the influence of the earth. All good things are wild and free. Henry David Thoreau, 1843. So what happened here? The rock's formation is rather simple to understand, but mind-baffling complex to comprehend. Fort Rock is what's called a tuff ring, a kind of volcanic crater that forms when hot magma meets cold groundwater. water. A treasure in this land. In this case, what was then Fort Rock Lake. This mélange terrible creates violent explosions. This violence rained down blobs of lava, mud and ash, forming the Ring of Tuff. Which rose like an island out of the lake. Over a short millennia, the ring was carved out by waves. Southerly winds drove waves against the south side of the ring, breaching it and creating the large opening we see today. The sea eventually dried up, leaving behind a sudden half-circled wall of towering, jagged rock right in the middle of the desert. This enormous near circle resembles Mother Nature's fort, a round ring from the air and cut in the middle to keep it from being a perfect circle. As you walk inside, the extensive terrace on the walls showcase just one of many lake shores from 14,000 years ago. Still, even higher ones remain. So what is it about this place? For me, the mystery is simply that. It's simply mystery. For me, it's always been the fascination on every turn of stone, every footstep. Every branch that whistles through the sage. You see, out here, you're not just in the land, but you're a part of it. There's not many places that really take my breath away anymore. This has been one of them. This is so damn incredible. Oh my God. There's just so much. It's like, how do you make order out of all of this? Oh. This is one of those times where it's like you fall in love all over again with somewhere that you think you know really well. And you just learn that there's just unbelievable discovery right under your nose. If you ever wanted a view that made you feel so small, come to the Notch at Fort Rock. Time has taken its toll on Abert Lake. The great Edward Abbey once said, "What draws us into the desert is the search for something intimate in the remote." Rain and runoff from melting snow filled these lowlands throughout this region of the basin, over time creating immense inland oceans. Freshwater seas over 10,000 years ago. At the end of the last ice age, Abert and its brethren of Great Basin lakes have since been reduced to mere shadows of what they were. Most of the lake's water occurs as snowfall during the winter months, the lake's only year-round source of fresh water. And if the land is feeling generous, summer thunderstorms also chime in with tiny trickles of runoff. Abert has no outlet. For water, there's only one way out. Today, the area is often contaminated with alkali dust storms.
400 miles from the ocean. It tastes so much salt.
Evaporation leaves behind an infected quagmire of chemicals. Common salt, baking soda, and other carbonates. Alkali. Such high concentrations of minerals prevent all but the hardiest forms of life from thriving here. The trueness of a barren wasteland. remnants. These are ancient places. Stark reminders that this land of little rain was much different in yesteryear. Out here, there is no semblance of time, only space. Proof that nothing is ever as it seems out here. Walking at shorelines, it's easy to see that we are partly to blame. The demands we need, the space we require, the thirst for more leaves little behind for anything else. Diversions from the Chihuahuan River have accelerated the lake's disappearance in the last 20 years, leaving behind but a memory. What gives us the right to choose its future and what's better for it? She is entitled to nobody. She made this land. We are guests upon her soil. For us, it's a place to call home. It's a place to breathe, to play, to breathe in, see its wisdom, and relive again. Contemplate its majesty. We can learn more from turning over a single rock, perfect in its wonder. It's one of the bounties in this land of little rain. What draws me here is the incomparable sense of space and time. Out here, there is no semblance of time, only space. For many of us, the desert has been, forever will be, a place of infinite time and space.